All right, diving in today, and let's be honest, this is something every business, no matter what you do, has to get right. We're talking customer data security.
Couldn't be more vital these days.
Exactly. And luckily, we've got this, well, super relevant article from blogwidow.com. Just came out yesterday, March 18th, 2025, so it's fresh. Really want to pull out those key actions, the stuff you need to be thinking about right this second to make sure that customer info is locked down.
Yeah, I mean, this goes way beyond just like avoiding a PR headache or something. This is fundamental to how you operate. And that Blog Widow piece, it really nails why this is so important. Think about what happens if you have a data breach. You've got potential identity theft, financial ruin for your customers, not to mention your reputation takes a massive hit. It can be devastating.
Totally. And it's not just the bad press, right? The article's got a good reminder about all the legal stuff, too. You've got GDPR, CCPA, and those aren't just like suggestions. Those are rules with serious consequences if you don't play by them.
Absolutely. And, beyond just the legal side of it, think about your customers themselves. BlogWidow.com, they really emphasize this, that having strong data security is one of the most powerful ways to build trust and keep those customers from coming back. In a world where everybody's so aware of data privacy these days, showing them that you take it seriously, I mean, that's priceless.
It's a must. Okay, so we're all on the same page about why it matters, but let's get down to brass tacks. Like, what do you actually do? And the article lays out some pretty clear actions. First up, encryption.
Yeah, and what's so interesting here is it's not just about encrypting in one place. They're talking about encrypting data both when it's moving, like during a transaction or something, and when it's just sitting there on your servers. The Blog Widow piece makes it super clear that encryption is basically scrambling that sensitive info, making it totally useless to anyone who's not supposed to see it, even if they somehow manage to break in. Like, you're putting your data in a digital vault.
So even if somebody gets through the front door, the good stuff's still locked up tight. Makes sense. Next up, they get on passwords. And it's not just about saying use strong passwords.
Exactly. It's about putting strong password rules in place for everyone. That means your team, your employees, and of course, all of your customers. But one thing they really highlight, and this is crucial, is two-factor authentication. 2FA, that extra step where you get a code sent to your phone or something. It's like an extra layer of defense on top of the password. Even if someone gets their hands on a password, if they don't have that second piece, they're not getting in.
It's that little extra hurdle that can make all the difference. And then the article jumps into website security, something I think people don't always prioritize.
And the key here is, well, HTTPS, right? It's that little padlock icon you see up in the address bar of your browser. That's telling you you've got a secure, encrypted connection. And then blogwidow.com also reminds us that you've got to keep absolutely everything updated. Your website software, all those plugins, your content management system, because these updates often include crucial security patches, basically plugging holes that hackers could use to get in. It's like making sure all the locks on your storefront are up to date.
Right, good analogy. Okay, and this next point is all about limiting who can even see this data internally.
This is where something called role-based access control comes in, RBAC. And the basic idea, the way the article explains it, is that you only give employees access to the specific data they need to do their jobs, nothing more. That way you're minimizing any risks that could come from inside the company. If someone doesn't need to see a piece of customer data, they just don't have the keys. Period.
Makes sense, though. I bet that's easy to, let things slide sometimes. But the article also, and this is huge, it stresses regular security updates. So this isn't just like a one and done kind of deal, is it?
No way, no way. The landscape is constantly changing. New threats pop up all the time. BlogWidow.com is absolutely right when they say you need to be regularly updating those firewalls, your antivirus software, making sure you're always applying the latest security patches. It's like you're constantly upgrading your security system to protect against new and evolving threats.
You got to stay ahead of the game. And finally, the article hits on something that's often overlooked, the human element and the need for employee education.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's critical. People are, let's face it, sometimes the weakest link in the security chain. So blogwidow.com really emphasizes ongoing training for your team. Making sure they know how to spot phishing emails, understanding the importance of handling data securely. It's amazing how many breaches start with someone clicking on something they shouldn't.
One wrong click and boom, you're in trouble. Now, even with all these precautions, the article does talk about what to do if there's a breach, and being prepared for that seems vital.
Absolutely. And their advice is clear. If something happens, act fast and be transparent. You got to immediately notify any customers who might be affected, work quickly to contain the damage, and, cooperate with any legal requirements. Having a plan in place beforehand can dramatically reduce the impact of a breach.
So I think this deep dive into the blogwidow.com article really drives home a key point. Protecting customer data in 2025, it's not just some nice to have. It is a fundamental part of building a trustworthy business, a successful business. You're safeguarding your customers, but you're also safeguarding your own future.
And what I find so fascinating is that, all these technical things we've talked about, they're crucial, don't get me wrong. But it makes you think, what about going beyond those steps? How do you actually create a culture of data privacy within a company? Is it about the way you communicate your commitment to your customers, maybe? Or maybe it's about doing regular audits of your own practices, making sure you're not just compliant, but you're truly secure from the inside out. It seems like that proactive mindset, that's maybe the next big leap forward.
Something to think about. All right. Great discussion today. Really appreciate the insights.
My pleasure. Always good to chat about this stuff.